How's it going, y'all? It's old Mikey. Coming up on the last week of October 2025. Always a very difficult time for me. And don't really know how to deal with it sometimes. It's just, frustrating time of year. But I'm bound and determined to make it something for good this time around. And over the course of the last few years, I've really tried to focus on, okay, how can I make this good? And I got a lot of opportunities to figure out how to, make this time a real benefit to other people. The contemplation of this particular time is like, what do you do when you're heading into a season that you know is not going to be that great? How do you handle it? And so I did a little research, and I discovered the story of Daniel in the Bible is a story that has some pretty unique attributes. Namely, Daniel did not want to be exiled to Babylon when he was a young person. But that's what happened to him. And, it's a pretty interesting thing that he maintained a high degree of integrity throughout that period of time and also his entire life. And there's a lesson there to learn. When you're headed into some difficult and uncharted waters, maintaining a high degree of integrity is a key factor. And for me, I focus my energies and efforts on reforming myself, which I need a tremendous amount of reformation into the image of Jesus, because I get a lot of, attitude from day-to-day things. And I have a tendency to jump on the bandwagon of whatever's happening in the moment culturally, and I've got to resist that, and I won't say exclude myself from it, but I will say immerse myself into the teachings of Jesus and reform my mind and reform my heart. And just, it's going to take a constant prayer and work of the Holy Spirit to reform my heart. That's the thing that I'm working on. And I see that this period of time, when it's not going to be the greatest in the history of the world time for me over the next 4 months, November, December, January, 3 months, and a couple weeks. I got to really work on my integrity and purify my thoughts, purify my actions, and be a more consistently positive influence on the people and culture around me. That's what Daniel did. Daniel did not compromise his disciplines. He also maintained a good diet. He was consistently in prayer. and he focused on acquiring godly wisdom. And Daniel would have never chosen the life that he had. He would have never chosen to be exiled into Babylon, and he lived there his entire life. Never went back home. He would have never done that. He would have never chosen to do that. And yet, look at the great things that happened as a result of his life. And look at the amazing impact that he had on not only Jewish culture and history, but Babylonian culture and world history. So you can be in a place that you don't want to be, and do amazing things for God. And you can achieve your potential and your calling and not be in the place that you want to be. So the challenge for me every single day is to be disciplined and be aware that Jesus is close and that my calling is to be a benefit to other people. And I need to shed encumbrances that slow me down, and I need to focus on having a tremendous and always improving integrity. Devote myself to prayer and seek godly wisdom above all other wisdom. See you.